Hello everybody, today I'm going to be talking to you guys about two theories I have of The Last of Us Part 2. One of them being who dies in the cabin, or basically who is killed in front of Ellie that causes this entire rage, and then the second one being, is Dina playable? So let's just get started with the first one. So, to start thinking about basically who could have died in the cabin, I thought about 5 possible people that Ellie would honestly care about enough to start killing an entire cult because of them. Now, the first one is Joel. We've known from a long time ago that Joel and Ellie have always been really, really close, and they still are, from what we've known. They didn't tell us anything about their relationship, but we do know that Jesse talks about him at the beginning of the game in the E3 trailer. He refers to Joel as Ellie's old man, so we assume that's Joel, right? Now, for Joel to die at that beginning of the game, because I'm assuming that part is a prologue, since it causes all this rage and hate towards a cult. So if this is the prologue and then Joel dies, why is Joel seeing so many other screenshots and things that happen, right? My opinion, I don't think Joel dies, but a lot of people at the beginning when one trailer came out, I remember the first trailer that came out, everyone was like, okay, but what if Joel is just a hallucination of Ellie's thinking he's not really there? I don't think this is possible because Joel is also seen with Tommy riding a horse. If maybe they're riding the horse together, just kind of like a memory or something like that. Because I also find it weird that Joel never talked with Tommy and her when he was like, you know how large the group is and how armed. Don't go. Basically, Tommy told her that. Joel was never there. Maybe Joel already left or he got kidnapped or something and we don't know. But we do know that Joel later grabs Ellie by her mouth and tells her, you think I'll let you do this on your own? This might be Joel actually being alive and never having died. So that's why I think Joel might not have been the one that died. But anything can happen at this point. It's Naughty Dog if you think about it. Okay, the second person I thought about is Dina. Now, everybody thought Dina was gonna die when the trailer came out because they were patrolling together. When they were patrolling together, then Dina gets lost. And after that, Ellie enters a cabin to look for Dina. Apparently, that's what's happening. We're not sure. They might have been like clips from different parts of the game together, but Dina goes missing. Ellie goes look for her, finds a cabin, goes inside the cabin, someone gets shot. Everybody believes that someone is Dina. But what we don't know is that there were a lot of other people going on patrol too that day. It wasn't just Dina and Ellie. Maybe Ellie just happened to cross somebody else patrolling. I know they have different areas, but maybe they just went past theirs because there was a storm, right? They couldn't have known. Now, with this being said, Dina could possibly die and cause this rage. We've seen pictures of Ellie wearing Dina's bracelet. And Dina is nowhere to be seen after this cabin scene, right? But the thing is that if Dina were to die, and she was the one that died, then how come she's actually seen in other screenshots? Like, they just released a couple screenshots of like them smoking weed and stuff like that. I don't know. It seems too sketchy for Dina to die. Too predictable too. I don't think Naughty Dog would make it this predictable. If Dina dies, my thinking is that it's not the way we think she's gonna die, because it's Naughty Dog. At the end of the day, this is the least predictable freaking company ever. They're not gonna just put everything on a trailer. Literally, I feel like Dina might die, but not in the way we think she will. Maybe she killed someone, and that's why Ellie was so upset. Maybe Dina was the one that actually killed someone, and Dina's a bad guy at the end. We don't know yet, but I don't think Dina's gonna die. It's too predictable. The bracelet thing, maybe Dina gave it to Ellie before. I don't even know. But we do know that at the E3 trailer, Dina has that bracelet and now Ellie has it. And that's the only proof that Dina could have died. Too predictable, as I said. Okay, another little character that I thought about was Tommy. But then I was like, bro, Tommy literally told her not to go on the trip. Why would Tommy even die, you know? And then the more I thought about it, it was basically Tommy was really important to Ellie, maybe, if they established a relationship after that. but Tommy dying would basically cancel out the next one. But Joe might be there because he's just there to avenge his brother. Like he wasn't there because Tommy died. It makes sense. If Dina died, Joe wouldn't have give a shit. Like not enough shits to live. Ellie was the only one that was kind of like that close. Ellie and Jesse maybe. With Dina that we know of. Joe was never that close with Dina. They don't even have screen time from what we've seen together. So I don't think Joel even cares that much to leave. Now, if Joe died, of course, he leaves. If Tommy dies, though, he leaves too. Because, Tommy is his brother. But then, why would Ellie tell her? Why would he told Ellie that if he hasn't died yet? That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. But a lot of people were talking about Tommy dying, and I don't think Tommy's gonna die, honestly. It just seems so weird that we get that, and then we get a snippet, and then we get a screenshot of Tommy and Joe riding a horse. It just doesn't make sense. Then there's Maria. This one is the one I believe the most at the moment. She's the one that has the most proof. Like, nothing cancels this theory out, right? It's basically, Maria, for those of you who remember, is Tommy's wife. We've seen Tommy and he does not have a ring in his finger. Basically, they might have gotten divorced or whatever, but if she died, he wouldn't have a ring either, right? Then we have the fact that Ellie and Maria were kind of close in Tommy's dam, in that chapter. They actually have some kind of bonding when they went together to have lunch or something while Joel and Tommy talked. Now, this could give us like everything we need to know. Maybe Maria's still the head and she became really close with the kids, right? With Ellie. Now, with Ellie and Maria being really close, it makes a lot of sense for Ellie to be this mad. We've also been told a little theory that it might be like homophobic cult or something like that tries to kill Ellie and try to kill them because they accept, I don't know, it's a really long and weird theory, but it has to do with a homophobic cult. And then maybe that's why Maria was trying like to protect Ellie and Dina, but she couldn't do it, right? So then we have Ellie being extremely mad at these guys because they killed a person she really, really loved. And for her, Maria died for Ellie, basically. So that makes a lot more sense. And then Tommy doesn't even have the ring, and Maria is nowhere to be seen ever. She's the head of the freaking Jacksonville or something like that. She's like the chief or something. So she might have been somewhere. She should have been there at least once. That would have made sense, but she wasn't. So maybe I think she might have died in the prologue. That's my thinking. I don't know yet. And then lastly, I have Jesse. Of course, why would you even pick Jesse? He's just kind of like an extra there. He just tells the girls go on patrol, whatever. But actually, I don't think Ellie cares a lot about a lot of people, And well, I mean, Jesse was his his girlfriend's ex-girlfriend, like Dina's ex-boyfriend, and that's kind of confusing. And I don't think Ellie would be like, oh my god, let's go on a killing spree for my girlfriend's ex. Like, what the hell? Who does that? But maybe they were close, I didn't know they were talking together, like, in the E3 trailer and stuff. And I feel like they could have been closed. There's only one other screenshot of Jesse, and it's, like, on spring. That's the only thing that cancels this series out. But other than that, I don't really think Naughty Dog would have put anybody else other than these 5 people. Because if it really causes this entire rage and towards Ellie killing spree, they should have making somebody that's important to Ellie. If they did not establish a relationship before this cabin scene, then we wouldn't really care, Like, we were playing Ellie, we're the ones that should really care about whoever dies. We are the ones that are going on a killing spree. I don't know, but I wouldn't really be feeling anything if I would be going on a killing spree for some random dude. It has to be somebody important. And I feel like this 5 set of characters are the most important to Ellie at the moment. The only ones that have been presented to us in prior games and in these games, unless it's like Bill or something. I don't think it's gonna be Bill. But that would be kind of funny, honestly, if Bill comes to this game. But yeah, let's go to the next theory I have. Okay, so the next theory is Dina playable? Now, we know that Ellie and Joel are 2 playable characters right now, but we do not know if there's gonna be more. The reason why I think Dina is gonna be playable is because it's gonna be just some sort of like an insight, just like Sarah did. If you remember in The Last of Us Part 1, Sarah, Joel's daughter, was playable in the prologue. Dina appears in the prologue. She might be playable. There's also this scene in which Ellie and Dina are alone, and Dina kind of like falls down through some kind of thing, and it looks like she's holding like a gun and aiming at a clicker. Maybe after we play that Ellie part, they're gonna let us play Dina, or maybe when Dina gets lost and Ellie's looking for her, we're gonna get to play Dina and see her die if she ever dies, or like see her like see what the hell is she doing and where is she? Because we get like Ellie's side and then we get Dina's side, just like we did in the lake side with Joel and Ellie. I think that would be pretty cool, and I really hope they do this. It would look amazing, give us some sort of more connection with Dina, and maybe make the game even more interesting than it already is. Well, other than that, I'm really hyped for this game. Can't wait for it to get out. Let me know in the comments if you think Dina's gonna be playable and who do you think is gonna die in the cabin. Until the next one.